This is Rogers Redding, National Coordinator of Football Officials, and I want to welcome you to this brief instructional video about blocking below the waist. This video was made with the cooperation of Coach Bob Nielsen and his team at the University of South Dakota. Coach Nielsen is chairman of the NCAA Football Rules Committee, and he's very interested in making sure that people understand the rules for blocking below the waist. This year there were some changes to the rule, and so in this video, rather than showing live action plays, we show the alignments and we see players just walking through some plays to illustrate some of the features about the rule. In the training series video that will be posted later to the website, you'll see a blocking below the waist video that uses live action plays from games. But here, we simply illustrate the rule by having the South Dakota team walk through some particular situations. A key feature of the rule for 2016 is that everything is referred to the tackle box rather than to the low blocking zone. So in this first portion of the video, we show the tackle box. To do that, we've placed a 10-yard chain along the line of scrimmage in such a way that you can easily see 5 yards on each side of the snapper. That shows the lateral boundaries of the tackle box. The reason that's important is because the rule allows for players who are inside the tackle box at the snap, and in the case of a back, one who is also getting a piece of the tackle, to block below the waist from the side as well as from the front. This is allowed as long as the blocker has not left the tackle box and the ball has not left the tackle box. Once the ball or the blocker has left the tackle box, all the blocks must be directly from the front in order to be legal. Now in the first portion of the video, notice that number 86 is lined up in the backfield. Initially, he's inside the tackle box and also has a portion of his body overlapping with the body of the second player from the snapper, that is, the right tackle. If he's in this position at the snap and doesn't leave the tackle box, he's allowed to block below the waist from the side as well as from the front until the ball leaves the tackle box. As the video advances, you can see that he moves to a new position, and there he's partially inside the tackle box but does not overlap his body with the right tackle. Here he is restricted with regard to blocking below the waist, which means that from this position, any block he makes must be directed from the front in the 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock region. A block from the side would be a foul. He then moves back into the tackle box again into a position in which he is unrestricted with regard to blocking below the waist. The first two plays illustrate this difference between a restricted and an unrestricted player. Number 86 initially lines up in the backfield directly behind the tackle, so he is unrestricted. He then makes a block from the side below the waist against a defensive player, number 45. This block is legal because he is unrestricted, and therefore he is allowed to block below the waist from the side as well as from the front. Then in the next play, 86 does not overlap with the tackle, and therefore he's restricted. This means that any block he makes must be directly from the front in the 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock region. Notice that he makes the same block as before from the side, but now this is a foul because of where he lined up at the snap. He lined up in a position that made him restricted, so he could legally only block from the front. In the next couple of plays, focus on the back, who's lined up in the slot to the left of the formation. He makes a block at about the 18-yard line, which is below the waist and back toward the original position of the ball. Because this block is before the ball crosses the line of scrimmage, this is an illegal crackback block, even though it is in the 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock region. You can see this again as the players walk through the action, and again the slot man executes a crackback block, which is illegal. Okay, in these next few plays, follow the right guard. He's going to execute a peel-back block. That is, a block below the waist that is illegal because it is back toward his own goal line. Once the ball has left the tackle box, the player may not block below the waist back toward his own goal line. So even if this block had been directly from the front and in the 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock region, it would be illegal because it is a peel-back block. As we come to the end of the video, I want to thank Coach Nielsen, his players, and the technical staff at the University of South Dakota for their hospitality and for their assistance in helping make this possible. I hope you'll want to come back and look at this a number of times before the season starts, and be sure to come back and look at it during the season as well. Have a great year, and thanks for watching.